'cause I don't know. I mean, it's all stuff, but you gotta keep forcing it, forcing it, forcing it.
This guy has been in the business of hit songwriting for well over a couple decades now.
And the Grammy for Best Pop Vocal Album goes to... Continuum. John Mayer!
And as of today, has written a whopping 20 original songs that have charted in the Billboard Top 100, plus a couple covers. He's got 7 Grammys, including 1 for Song of the Year, which is a massive achievement. Song of the Year.
And the Grammy goes to John Mayer. Daughters!
Whether you love him or you hate him, you can't deny that John Mayer has got the magic touch when it comes to writing songs. So what is John Mayer's process? I've written a few songs. You've probably written a few songs. We don't have any Grammys. What is wrong with us? Join me and let's take a peek behind John Mayer's curtain and discover his secret to writing hit songs.
I'm John Mayer, and I'm ready to be a star.
If you enjoy this video or have anything to add to what I show you today, please leave a comment. According to a blog post by someone who was personally mentored by John Mayer, John defines a song like this. A song is 3 things: lyrics, melody, which includes harmony, and pulse, or rhythm. If all 3 of those are strong, then your song has the potential to be a hit. So with that in mind, I'm going to break this video up into 3 sections, starting with John's advice on lyrics, then his opinions on the main melody or the hook of the song, and finally we'll get to the instrumentation, the pulse as he calls it.
Music is very easy to come up with. Words are harder to come up with. And coming up with words and music that match each other are very, very difficult.
Have you ever attempted to write lyrics for a song? It's very easy to write a bad song. It's quite difficult to write a good one, and darn near impossible to write a hit when you consider how many songs are out there and how few of them are actually hits.
Drummers overplay, guitar players overplay, singers oversing, and songwriters overwrite.
What or who should I write about? How do I make the words come out right? How do I convey the emotion that my song needs without sounding like a big ball of cheesiness? Here's what Mayer tends to write or not write about. He was interviewed by a lady called Alex Cooper for her podcast, and they got to talking about one of his first hits, Your Body is a Wonderland. He revealed there that over the years, so many ideas and rumors have swirled around about who that song was written about. He did date a lot of high-profile celebrities, that all the whispers and rumors helped him realize that he should not tell people who his songs are about.
I don't like telling anyone that a song is about somebody because they're just visualizing who I'm writing about.
He went on to say, when I go play songs now, it ain't about anyone but the people I'm singing to. It's now about their college years. It's about their sick family member who died. It's about their fight with cancer and how to beat it. So it sounds like John is saying he likes a little mystery in his songs. He likes to let us decide who he's writing about and not necessarily spill all the beans. Keeping things secretive can be more interesting and more intriguing for people to listen to. Now, what about the quality of lyrics? Do you need amazing lyrics to have a hit song? In an interview with Rick Rubin on his podcast, they sort of addressed this question.
There are so many songs I have that have what I thought were, and I call them, placeholder lyrics.
Yeah.
And they're not placeholder.
Yeah.
Because as writers, we hold ourselves to this line by line standard of impressing ourselves. Not every single line has to flick you in the forehead.
Yeah.
But you think that when you're writing it.
Don't worry about every single line in your song flicking the listener. In other words, not every line has to be a grand slam, championship trophy, gold star medal. Write your lyrics, make it sound natural. Don't try too hard to make the listener go, wow, every single line. A little earlier in that same interview, they get around to talking about how long it should take to write a good song. Should it take 20 minutes, 20 days?
The concept of the song is only 20/20 vision for me the day I have it. And if that portal closes, I have to scratch up the hill to get back to what
you're a whole new person.
Whole new person. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of cancel everything.
Yeah.
I don't care if I don't eat. I don't care if I don't sleep.
In a Q&A on his Instagram, John said, A song is 1 part divine inspiration and 3 parts homework/code cracking. Never ever skip the code cracking. Go crazy, hate it, cancel plans. Do it as a show of respect to the new guest that has joined you from another world. I personally have so many half-written songs in my phone. I should probably take his advice here. One more point about lyrics. There are so many popular, great songs out there where most people just don't even have a clue what the lyrics are. They just know that the lyrics feel right somehow. Here's what John has to say about this phenomenon in his Berkeley session. He says, "The way a song feels in your mouth should be natural. It shouldn't require oral aerobics to get the words out." There are some artists out there whose lyrics are just completely sound-based. I think of someone like Bon Iver, or Jonesy, if you've ever heard either of them, where their lyrics don't seem to make much sense at all, but it's the sound of the words that just feels right. And John Mayer is alluding to that here, how important it is for the words to sound good together. So if you're trying to force-feed lyrics to your listener, your lyrics probably aren't going to be very good. Great lyrics sound natural and feel natural when you sing them.
For a whole day, I didn't sing Still Feel Like Your Man. I didn't make a note with it because I knew that whatever I sang, I was going to start getting attached to. And then I was in the shower and I was like, could I do it like a Prince ballad? I still feel like your man. You know, no, that's going to be shallow. Okay, don't even sing it. Don't even sing it.
How many times have you heard someone say, "I have no idea what this song is about, but I like it"? 99% of the time, this is because the song they're talking about has an amazing melody. The melody being the notes that the lead singer sings throughout the song. Oftentimes a melody does have some vocal harmonies to support it, but the melody is what the people sing along to, the main vocal part of the song. The melody is arguably the most important aspect of a song because a good one keeps people coming back for more, and a bad one is quickly forgotten. And if your song is forgotten quickly, it's probably not going to be a hit. So how does John approach the art of melody making? Here's what he said in an interview with Dean Del Rey.
People have no idea how many songs I throw away. If I get home from writing a song in the studio, I play a little game. I go, sing it. Can you sing it? And if you can't, sing it to yourself. After you worked on it all day?
Oh, yeah.
If you can't sing the song when you're brushing your teeth?
Trashed.
It's trashed.
Yeah.
It's trashed. Right? If you have to press play to remind yourself how it goes and you just wrote it 3 hours ago?
Yeah.
It ain't ever gonna stick.
Okay, so according to John, if you can't remember a melody 3 hours after you wrote it and spent all day on it, it ain't too good. But songs are 3, 4, 5 minutes. Which part of the melody is the most important? Here he is back at the Berkeley session talking about just that. The chorus is the most important part of your song. If it has no chorus, then there has to be some main idea that should have neon lights around it that lets a listener know that it is the bit they should walk away singing in their head. Focus on the chorus melody first. Play some chords, see what notes come out of your mouth, and see if it sticks. It helps here to be an avid listener of music in general, so that you have a wide range of melodic influences to borrow from, to learn from. If you don't listen to a lot of music, your ability to write a good melody is probably going to be pretty narrow because you just don't have much of a library of music to choose from when it comes to coming up with the notes that come out of your mouth to make your melody.
It brings life to everything in your lead line when you have chords underneath that are interesting. For me, my guitar playing is sort of the first part of it. It's the steel mill. And then it becomes the shape of a car and it comes up here and I go, how am I going to go in over that? So I can't stress enough that you have to have compositions that are inherently interesting.
The third element of a song, in addition to the lyrics and the melody, is what John calls the pulse. This includes anything from guitars, to drums, to pianos, to didgeridoos, whatever is not the lyrics and the melody. So what does it take to write music? To use instruments that perfectly complement the lyrics and the melody of a song? Listen to what John said in an article for Esquire. As a songwriter, I'm always analyzing chord progressions, and lately I've been hearing a lot of one in particular, minor 6, 4, 1, 5. Forget your daily lotto. These 4 numbers can make a musician a lot of money. I've found that anytime this sequence of chords forms a chorus, the song is a smash. It's worth noting that he said that way back in 2007, so it might be a new progression now that's the crowd favorite, but the point is that chords played in a certain order carry different weight. Avril Lavigne's Complicated uses that 6-4-1-5 progression. I'm not even sure what key it's in, but something like this. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? If you read the lyrics to that song, you can see that it's all about sort of an insecurity of trying to be someone that you're not. And so maybe 6-4-1-5 can carry that feeling of uncertainty, longing, a little bit of sadness. Chords in a certain order tend to feel a certain way. Find chords that make you feel something and write to that. Now, sometimes it's not the melody or the lyrics that people latch onto, but the instrumentation itself. John feels pretty confident about the musical backing on his song Rosie, which isn't necessarily a hit, but is popular when he plays it live. Here he is on the Bobby Bones show.
I don't know what a hit is anymore, but I know what is one of those songs where you're like, oh, this is bulletproof. Let's go around the world with this. And Rosie, it's like anywhere you go. People, they don't necessarily like cheer for the recognition of the tune, but they cheer because like it feels so good.
What if you're not great at playing an instrument? Can you still come up with musical ideas that could potentially be a hit? Here's John again on Bobby Bones.
Do you play all your instruments on your demos?
Yes. Yes, I do. And sometimes that's tricky because the ignorance of my playing a certain instrument that I don't really play predominantly adds to the je ne sais quoi of it. And then you bring a really great musician in, and then you got to be like, will you play it a little dumber?
So what he's saying here is it's not about being the best at everything to make a hit song. In fact, in some cases, he wants musicians to play things not the best they could play to kind of dumb it down a little bit. So sometimes you just need enough ability to get by, enough to get your ideas down, and then you can collaborate with others who are more confident on their instruments to make it sound how you want it to sound and make it come to life. Should it be lyrics or music first? On Charlie Rose, John says,
Most of the time, I get the best results when music and lyrics happen at the same time. They both climb up either side of the hill. Right. That's when it's really, really good. And every once in a while, you get the title that has chords and words and sounds dripping out of it. I had that with Daughters. I knew when I wrote the very first part of the chorus for Daughters, fathers be good to your daughters, daughters will love like you do. When I had that, I went, this is the sort of going to sire an entire song.
So for John, music and lyrics at the same time. That's his method. What's yours? Everyone does it differently. But then again, not everyone has written as many hits as John Mayer has. It seems clear that each element of a hit song, lyrics, melody, and music, is crucial to creating a hit. We can see here that while a top-level Grammy-winning songwriter such as John Mayer certainly has a method and a structure to his creations, there's also a lot of mystery wrapped up in it. How the song feels is just as important as anything else. After all, it's not math or science we're doing here when we write songs. It's art. So take risks, relax, listen to other songs, have fun. I'll finish with this last word from John. Listen to songs you've written as if they just came on the radio, as if you hadn't written it. Is it something you'd want to keep listening to? Only you can answer that last question. Thanks for watching. I'm Kyle Scott. If you enjoyed this and if you're a John Mayer fan, check out my video on John Mayer's top 5 most underrated songs in my humble opinion. See you there.